Delia. This is my 4-year-old son, Zaire. You say hello? Nope. Because I have an older son, he started speaking quite early. Like by 1 he was able to talk and, in sentences kind of. That's how I picked it up with him, that something's wrong here. He's not talking, can't speak clearly. So by then he had about 3 or 4 ear infections. Yeah, I've seen a couple of doctors before that just pushed it off as an ear infection and didn't really look into it further. But one of the doctors here at BRAMS, she decided to just send a referral to ENT. And that's when we noticed that he actually had the fluid in the ear. And a few months later, he had his first grommet surgery. He had him in for about 12 to 18 months, and it was just, there was still fluid behind the eardrum after the grommets came out. So last year, when he was 3, he had a second grommet surgery. And then earlier this year, we seen ENT, and apparently there's still some fluid in that right ear, which is causing not so much, it's just a slight hearing issues, yeah. I was just more concerned about him, like us not being able to communicate with him and him not talking, and I thought it was more of a development issue that that he was maybe behind on speech and stuff, and then I realized it was actually his hearing because of the fluid, and that's why he wasn't talking clearly, not knowing what was wrong and just assuming it was just another ear infection, not actually realizing that it was actually affecting his hearing. And then the surgery side of things, just seeing them unconscious and being knocked out and stuff was very scary. So, but yeah, he recovered pretty good after both the surgeries. Yeah, it is a bit of a wait in Broome because they only come, I think, twice a year. So we were only seeing them once, maybe twice a year. Every year they came, they rang me to let me know that he had an appointment already booked. Yeah, so didn't have to mess around trying to follow up anything. The ENT and audiologists were the main 2 that we were seeing, yeah. We didn't get to the stage of having to see a speech therapist or anything like that. So once a year has been good enough to be seen, so he nothing major. We've had to travel to Perth or anything like that, which is good. His hearing has improved, so he's talking a lot more now and in sentences, and we can actually understand what he's saying. But so the left ear is all good now, and it's just the right ear we're still working on. So it's been a little bit of a journey, but yes. It's the first time I've ever dealt with ears. So before he started kindy this year, they had the, they call the Our Mob program. So they used to go to kindy and just checking all the kids leading up to before they started kindy. So they knew about his issues before he started kindy anyway. So they was able to liaise with the actual teachers as well, so it was good. Just inquire about, your child's hearing, especially if they do have ear infections regularly, ask to get referred to ENT, and because it does affect his hearing, like their hearing as well, without you actually realizing that.